Watch this video to learn how to prepare a tax statement in new Landonline dealings. From within the dealing, select the Tax Statement tab from the left-hand navigation bar. The tax statement landing page displays. If your transaction relates to Māori land or a treaty settlement, you can use this toggle button to set this and select the appropriate option. If you're unsure which option to select, use the hyperlinks to go to the legislation relating to them. You will not need to complete a tax statement if the transaction relates to Māori land or a treaty settlement. As with other dealing pages, you can select the instrument hyperlink to navigate to the Prepare Instrument page. If there are multiple representatives for a role, such as for a transferor, there will be checkboxes next to each name. Select the names of your clients. You will then be able to select the relevant rows to launch their tax statements. If you select the wrong client, uncheck the box so the name is available for selection by the other practitioner or firm. To open up the tax statement form, hover over the name of the transferor or transferee and select it. If you are completing a tax statement for more than one client, you can use the arrows in the form header to navigate between your client's tax statements. You can also select the next client from the tax statements landing page by clicking on their name. The first question you'll answer is question 3. Questions 1 and 2 are auto-populated with the record of title reference and the transfer instrument number. Question 5, the name of the person who the form is for, and question 6, whether they are a transferor or transferee, are also auto-populated. We'll provide a general run-through of the form here, but we don't cover all the questions. Refer to the guide to completing a land transfer tax statement. A link to this guide can be found at the start of the tax statement section on the LINZ website. To complete the form, read and answer each question in sequence. As you answer a question, the next question you'll answer might change depending on your previous answer. For example, if I select the first radio button for question 7, the next question I need to answer is question 11. But if I select the second radio button for question 7, the next question I need to answer is question 8. We'll now go through and complete the form. When you reach section F, Declaration, enter the statement date. You can either use the date picker or type in the date, or select the Today button to quickly add today's date. Once you have completed the form for a client, you can click the Check Form button. This is not mandatory, but it is a helpful tool to check, for example, that the form is complete before sending it. If the form fails the validation, the form will highlight the errors. If you need to, you can generate a PDF version to print. There are 2 versions of the form, full and short. The full form contains all fields, including the tips and navigation aids. Select the down arrow to the right of the View PDF Full button to see these options. There is an automatic addendum for the full form, which adds any overflow information from the form if you have reached the character limit for a particular field. If an addendum is needed, it will print out when you print the full form version. The short form has a condensed one-page tax statement. However, data limits apply, and this option will not be available for selection when these have been exceeded. Let's look at what the full form looks like. The form opens a PDF in a new browser tab. You have the option of editing some of the fields in the PDF full form. Click into the field and make any changes. You can also download the form and email it to your client or print it out. And here's what the short form looks like. You're unable to edit the details of the short form since it is set up to summarize details entered into Landonline and may not have the necessary context for parties to correctly complete from scratch. You can still download or print it. This brings us to the end of the tax statement video. Thanks for watching.